I've been holding on to this in the background for some time now, and I'm super excited to share this with y'all because finally, like, everybody's like, "Oh, when you going to play in something? Are you going to play in tournaments, or are you going to do this?" And I keep saying like, "Hey, I'm gonna host my own stuff," and basically, this is what this is. So for everybody that's interested in that, now that I can finally talk about it. So like, these are the tournaments I'm going to be running on Max Out. It's more so than a tournament. It's actually going to be the most brutal competition you've ever seen and participated in. So like, first off, registration is free. You don't have to pay a venue fee. You don't have to fly anywhere. You can play in from the comfort of your own home. So you got free registration is going to start on the 10th. I mean, I say free registration like is going to be a paid registration. Registration period starts on the 10th, and then the tournament is going to start on the 17th. This tournament is actually called the Tower. I know I keep saying tournament, but just interchange tournament and competition is the same thing. I just let y'all know what I'm talking about. But sorry, I'm excited. That's why I'm messing up too. But this Tower is going to be an online, like an online ranked leaderboard, right? Except for it will be ran on just Max Out, and there will be a weekly cycle. It'll be Monday through Saturday, okay, for the first phase of the event. And this is weekly, by the way. It'll be Monday through Friday. That'll be the first phase where everybody is playing and trying to climb the leaderboard to stay on top of the leaderboard. And the thing is, like, because there's no seeding and you can't just play anybody over and over again and have your points go up. If you play against the same person all the time, you have the point deterioration. So you're encouraged to play against the entire field of who's available. So y'all got to be on there logging in, checking your matches and stuff. But because of that, there's no seeding at all. There's no type of special treatment or nothing like that. Everybody's always starting at the beginning, right? Now, on Friday, we'll have this thing called the Siege. So it'll be Siege night on Friday, and this is a point multiplier where you know how some games you get on and it says, all right, this is double experience or whatever point week, right? It'll be like that just for that portion of the night. So say whoever's in top 8 on the leaderboard, you have a big chance of being knocked out of this top 8 because somebody else could get enough points to like knock you out. So you got to keep playing too. And then once we get down to the end of that at midnight, then we freeze the top 8, and that will be the top 8 for that week. And then on Saturday, those same top 8 players are going to play in the single elimination bracket, and the winner of that gets $100. And on top of that, you get what's going to be called an extra life, and you will also be able to advance to play against a boss. So there's going to be a weekly boss that you have to beat to advance in the tournament. So again, all stages from 1 to 5 are first to 3. So everybody complain about first to 1, first to 2. Well, you got 3 matches now. So I don't want to hear nothing. Now for the boss matches, if the weekly boss wins, they take $200, and $200 goes into the progressive vault. What's the progressive vault? Well, the vault is actually the total bounty that is available to you if you were to beat me. So the starting bounty is $1,000 if you beat me in this tournament. And I'm the final challenge, okay? So I'm the final boss. So if you make it that far and you beat me, you can get $1,000. But that's just the base amount. That's not counting if any bosses lost or anything. So if a challenger beats the boss, then the challenger gets $400. And they get a boss slayer card. So with this boss slayer card, you can use that to not let somebody else fight their boss and come in there and beat that boss. But here's the thing, like if someone beats a boss, I mean the boss wins, the prize pool for beating me goes up. So like it can be like 20 or $2,000 or something, right? So that's how that works. And also, say I don't lose, then that same amount that was earned by the players to increase the bounty rolls over to the next month. So say like we ended with $2,000 for a prize to beat me, then it'll be that plus another 1,000 for the next month. So it'll be like $3,000 at that point. Also, the match versus me is first to 5. So anybody complaining, oh, you probably gonna do first? No, it's first to 5. So everybody that thinks they can out adapt and all that stuff, cool. Everybody that acts like they can beat me because of 13-0 or whatever. All right, well, if it's so easy, come beat me. And also, if nobody is entering the tournament, then you just letting everybody know that you, one, afraid to play against me. 2, you know I'm better. 3, you know it ain't worth your time because you're just going to lose anyway. So that means like clear the game. So if nobody wants to prove themselves to be a better Marvel Tokon player, then that's fine with me, because then I'm the best by default, right? So back into how the bosses work. So you get your extra life, right? Say you fight a boss, okay, and you lose to the boss. You can use the extra life to play against the boss again. However, if you lose to that boss again, because if you already lost to them the first time, you lose 25% of your points on the leaderboard. If you lose to them again, you lose 50% of your points on the leaderboard. So that means you got to like climb even harder to get back into that top 8 and top 16, because on the last week before we do the boss fights, like the final boss fights, that top 16 is going to be a part of the weekly bosses, the people who beat the bosses and like win the tournament and are also in the top 16. So that also means like, hey, if no bosses lose, then they take up a slot. But if a boss lose, they take a slot. They lose their slot in like that top 16. They'll be to somebody else. But yeah, it's going to be a grueling gauntlet. And then in stage 6, before you play against me, you got to beat all the bosses 1, 2, and 3 in first of 3 matches before you play against me. If you don't beat them, then we just roll over the bounty pot, right? But if you beat them, you play against me, you get cooked. Because I ain't about to say you about to beat me. Forget that. No. But yeah, man, that's what we're doing. And I don't want to hear no excuses about people not entering and not wanting to play. No, man. Everybody be talking all this shit. They've been talking hella for like over a decade now. And people be ducking and dodging. So, and you ain't got to worry about the setups being weird or nothing like that. Because, I mean, the only thing is, you know, net play, but we'll be doing it in NA. So, it won't just be, it won't be like crazy like that as far as the ping. So, y'all better pull up and get cooked.